I remember that, yeah.
And they just couldn't get rid of it for a long time, and I think this is a consequence of it. At least that's what Dennis believes.
I was just happy there's a grant for it.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's one of the, it's a good contract because they reimburse us just about for everything. So
Yeah, that's for
versus
sure.
any of the other ones.
So if we could just get Rita to do that.
Hmm?
Now if we could just get Dennis to
Yeah.
start doing stuff.
Having heart attack. I knew he had his leg surgery and then I was supposed to go to the radio with Lisa and she's like, because he had a little heart attack.
Yes, to.
I was like, what's a
He thinks he's
little
gonna be
heart
back
attack?
next week.
Well, he should be. I mean, once that's clear and open, no more bacon. That's what I told him the other day.
Lisa's like, he has to eat better. The more he eats, the less. Yeah, the more he eats.
Long rice cakes. is all I can do.
Debbie, are you ready in the back? Ready up front?
Commissioner Bell, would you like to do a quick sound check and make sure we're hearing you before we kick off here?
She just chatted that she doesn't have audio.
She does not have audio. Okay, so we're not quite ready in the back. She's going to call in. Are we ready, Debbie? Okay. Commissioner Bell, would you like to make sure that we can hear you?
Thank you. Good morning. I'm sorry. I don't know why I couldn't get connected to Teams, but I can hear you just fine now.
Perfect. Thank you, and we can hear you. All right. With
Great.
that, then, we will get started. Good morning. Today is Wednesday, December 31st, 2025, and we'd like to welcome everyone to the board meeting. We'll call this meeting to order at 9:01 a.m. The teleconference number is 1-971-254-3149. Conference ID 866-914-607#. Audio capabilities are listen only and are offered on a best effort for the public. Our meeting is also live streamed, and you can join us online by going to our website. Other viewing options are available at tctvonline.com. Before we get started, I'd like to remind everyone to mute their phone. You can do this by pressing *6. Please unmute your phone when your agenda item is called. All others must remain muted with their cameras turned off. Thank you. Public comment. Those intending to provide public comment to the board may attend in person or email submissions to the public comments email on our website. Public comments received by 12 p.m. on Tuesday will be distributed to the board, posted online before the meeting, and become part of the public record. You may also provide public comment virtually by registering ahead of time. To register, please email public comments by 12 p.m. on the Tuesday prior to the board meeting. Public comments can also be mailed to the Board of Commissioners Office, 201 Laurel Avenue, Tillamook, Oregon, 97141. For more information on public comment options, please visit the Board of Commissioners webpage. Do we have anyone signed up in the room, or has anyone registered online for public comment?
No.
Okay, no public comment today. Fabulous. All right, well, just welcome to those who are in the room and remind you to please sign the guest list on the shelf in the back corner, and we will begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. Commissioner Fournier.
I pledge
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay, we have established we have no public comments. We do not have any non-agenda items. However, agenda item number 15 has been postponed. We will jump right into our legislative administrative agenda today. Item 5, consideration of a marine law enforcement purchase proposal for the purchase of a replacement 2.3-liter EcoBoost Endmar inboard engine for the 2021 Rogue Jet Patrol Boat. Matt Kelly, Undersheriff. Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners.
morning.
I have two things this morning related to this same thing. The first is a purchase proposal to fix the motor in our boat. Earlier this month during a water rescue, it ended up being a recovery. We had a catastrophic failure in the boat in our 2021 Rogue Jet. Didn't affect the rescue or didn't have any effect on the situation, but the engine is a catastrophic failure. So we have to get an agreement to replace that with the boat designer. And for your consideration on that, I can go into the second one if you want me to.
If you would, please. Thank you.
The second one is an amendment to our agreement with Oregon State Marine Board. It's a wonderful agreement. Will reimburse us for the repair of the motor. So we'll pay for it, and they'll reimburse us fully for the cost of the repair.
Perfect. Thank you. Commissioners, questions or comments? Commissioner Bell, we'll start with you.
None for me, thank you.
Thank you.
None, I just happened to read the report, and it was definitely a failure, it had oil, it had water, everything correctly, just blew up.
Just blew up, and it blew up good.
That's what it said. So I'm glad that the Marine Board is gonna replace it.
Agreed. Agreed. With that, I think we are ready for a motion on number 5.
Okay, Madam Chair, in consideration of marine law enforcement purchase proposal for the purchase of a replacement 2.3-liter EcoBoost Inmar inboard engine for the 2021 Rogue Jet Patrol boat, I move approval.
And I second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, I will call for the vote. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Motion carries. And we've discussed this, but I will go ahead and read it into the record. Item 6, consideration of a first amendment to Oregon State Marine Board Intergovernmental Cooperative Agreement number 250-2527, Tillamook-000 for fiscal year 2025-2027.
Madam Chair, I move approval of agenda item number 6.
And I second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, I will call for the vote. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Motion carries. Thank you, Matt. All right. Moving through our sizable list of agenda items today. Anyone who's chosen to join us today, lucky you. There are a lot of fun things to that we will keep considering this morning. All right, item number 7. Consideration of a professional services agreement with Roger Cook, PhD, LPC for sex offender assessment and counseling services, Lieutenant Ani Seaholm, Sheriff's Office. Good morning, Ani.
Morning, Commissioners. So we've had this contract with Dr. Roger Cook for the last several years. He provides our sex offender treatment. He comes here and meets with clients here at the ATV building. And so we want to continue this contract. It allows folks to get engaged and not have financials be a barrier for them to quickly enter the program and get the treatment needed. So we do bill back the justice involved individuals that we refer to the treatment, although we don't get all that money recouped, but it eliminates that barrier for them getting the treatment needed. So.
Thank you. Questions or comments, Commissioners? Commissioner Bell.
None for me. As the Lieutenant said, this is an annual issue, and I'm glad we're able to offer the service.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's great, and I think it's important to make sure we don't have untreated sex offenders running around. So it's nice that we're removing that barrier.
Agreed. Our ultimate goal is to not have recidivism, and getting treatment is a key part of that. So I think we are ready for a motion.
Madam Chair, in consideration of a professional services agreement with Roger Cook, PhD, LPC for sex offender assessment and counseling services, I move approval.
I second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, I will call for the vote. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Motion carries. Thank you, Ani.
Thanks, Ani.
Thank you.
Item 8, consideration of an order in the matter of designating a state of emergency within Tillamook County. Randy Thorpe, Emergency Management.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning, Randy.
What I have for your consideration is that if you remember back the first part of December, we did a state of emergency declaration. At that point, I was unaware that we were going to continue this through the month. And so the original declaration expired, I think, on the 13th. And so with our storms we had the next week, and we are still finding more and more damage as we go on, I propose that we do an additional order that will take it from the 8th, when this storm started, clear till the 1st of January, which is tomorrow. Reasons for that is that that gives us enough time that we can collect the data that we need to send into the state. And the damage has continued past just when the storm was here. And this also will repeal that original order. So I'm hoping that this, we don't have to extend it anymore, and I don't think we will. Looks like we've got some good weather for the next few weeks. And just with that, we will be getting our estimates into the state by the 6th. That's their deadline to get our information in. So hopefully after that, we'll see where it goes from there.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Questions or comments, Commissioners? Commissioner Bell?
I support this fully. I think we have had continuing ongoing damage after the storm, and I hope this helps with the state declaration. So I'm fully supportive.
Thank you.
As am I.
As am I. I spoke with Senator Weber yesterday. She was just inquiring as to where we were with the governor's office actually filing a declaration, and I shared that the governor's office, at least historically, has waited until they have the requisite amount of damage
Threshold.
documented, which it was so interesting to me. I know I have a busy meeting, but it was interesting that in order to get FEMA assistance, according to the FEMA website, states must document damages of at least $1.89 per person statewide and $4.72 per person in impacted counties in order for FEMA to step in. So I just thought that was a very interesting sort of way that they look at it in terms of how much damage is enough. What the governor's office has indicated is that if FEMA does follow this published guidance, which sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, sometimes they do it without so much damage, Oregon itself would need to show at least $8 million in losses. I've also been in conversation with Commissioner Jerry Willey from Washington County relating to their state of emergency around Highway 6. And so I believe that they are planning on, or at least considering, issuing a state of emergency as well, although, of course, the damages of that belong to the state. It's just another step in sort of pushing the governor to say this is impacting enough people that this is something that could and should happen. So I'm happy that we are gathering our information, getting that to the state, and we will hope that that $8 million number is reached so that we can get some assistance with the infrastructure
I
and
think
roads.
this county alone is pretty close to helping the state definitely meet that goal with just looking with, the $1.5 million just for the hangar. And with Chris's estimates, I think we've definitely met the county threshold.
Perfect.
Time and time again.
I would also add that it's not just FEMA, it's also federal highway money available for some of these repairs too. So
Perfect.
this is a way for us to get on the list.
It is, and I would also remind people, we talked about this briefly on Tuesday, that declaring a state of emergency, while some people may say the storm's over, why are you doing this? It's these factors. It's being able to receive reimbursement from FEMA for costs expended responding, as well as there are some permitting opportunities. When we have to permit repairs to our roadways in or near waterways, there's just a huge amount of work that has to be done, and in a state of emergency, there is an opportunity opportunity for some slightly faster opportunities. And as Commissioner Fournier pointed out, the federal highway money as well. You know, you hear us talk about regularly bridges and things that are being repaired. I think we'll hear from Chris today that are probably because they were a previous storm, right? It is an important factor for us to have the state of emergency to trigger those pieces. So we're thankful that we did not have fatalities that I have heard anything about, that you know, people were safe, but our infrastructure took a beating. So thank you. We are ready for a motion.
Okay. Madam Chair, in consideration of an order in the matter of designating a state of emergency within Tillamook County, I move to approve.
And I second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, I will call for the vote. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you, and
Andy.
as soon as we get a signed copy, that will be sent off ASAP to the state.
Perfect, thank you. Okay, item number 9, consideration of a covered e-waste service agreement with Universal Recycling Technologies for recycling services of electronic displays, peripherals, data-containing equipment, and other electronic materials. Justin Weiss, Solid Waste Program Manager. Good morning, Justin.
Good morning, Commissioners. Yes, this is a new agreement with the single provider now for the statewide e-waste recycling program. So over the past couple of years, they've had two entities operating. For whatever reasons, we're now consolidating down to one, and they're adding some new materials, which is exciting. We currently accept e-waste at all 3 of our transfer stations free of charge year-round for disposal. So this will just reinforce that program with the new agreement. Nothing much changing in terms of logistics. So happy to answer any questions if you do have any.
Thank you. Any questions, Commissioners? Commissioner Bell?
None for me, thank you.
Thank you.
And none for me.
And none for me. This is a great service. I think we are ready for a motion.
Madam Chair, in consideration of a covered e-waste service agreement with Universal Recycling Technologies for recycling services of electronic displays, peripherals, data-containing equipment, and other electronic materials, I move to approve.
I second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, I will call for the vote. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Motion carries. Okay, I think you have the next one, the next couple, Justin. So consideration of an order in the matter of the reappointment of a member to the Tillamook County Solid Waste Advisory Committee.
Yeah, Commissioners, the next 2 items are both reappointments to the Solid Waste Advisory Committee roster. It's 2 returning members, Mr. Ken Henson with Renfro Consulting, who's in the food industry and lives in Tillamook County, has been a great resource in my 5 years with the county and goes back quite a ways with SWAC. And so Ken will be serving another term graciously. I think he will be stepping down from the chair position is what we're planning, but he's been a great voice and we really appreciate him serving at least one more term. And then the other individual is Jessie Just, and she is currently in the recycling industry position on the SWAC roster and brings years of experience working with education outreach in the recycling sector, and was also on the Heart of Cardam board and worked at Cardam up in Manzanita. And so she has good ties with the county and has been a great help on SWAC. So those 2 individuals will be serving, I believe, another 3-year term, and we're happy to have them and happy to answer any questions if you do have any, Commissioners.
Thank you. So just a clarification, I see that Jessie Just is being appointed to the Solid Waste Advisory Committee, and it looks like Ken Henson is being appointed to the Solid Waste Budget Committee. Is that correct?
Oh, so Ken, okay.
I have 2 orders in front of me. One is for Jessie to advisory and the other is for Ken to budget. Is that correct?
Yeah, that sounds right, Commissioners. Isabel and I had a little back and forth and confusion on my end, but yeah, that sounds correct. So Jessie would be for the Solid Waste Advisory Committee, and then Ken would be for the Solid Waste Budget Committee.
Okay, thank you. Commissioners, any questions? Commissioner Bell?
No questions for me. I am grateful for their willingness to continue the service.
And I would agree. I've been to the SWAC meetings and both of them are very active and contribute quite a bit. So I appreciate them volunteering.
Okay, perfect. So I have read the first one into the record. I will take a motion and then I will read the second one into the record.
Okay. Madam Chair, in consideration of an order in the matter of reappointment of a member to the Tillamook County Solid Waste Advisory Committee, I move approval.
I second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I will call for the vote. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye, motion carries. Okay, item number 11 is consideration of an order in the matter of the reappointment of a member to the Tillamook County Solid Waste Budget Committee.
Madam Chair, I move approval of agenda item 11.
And I second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I will call for the vote. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Aye, motion carries. Thank you, Justin.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, commissioners. Happy New Year to y'all.
Happy New Year.
And to you.
Okay, item 12, consideration of modification number 1 to professional services agreement number 6751 with SAI Design and Build LLC for the Barview Jetty Campground Fee Booths Design and Consulting Project. Dan Kais, Parks Director. Good morning, Dan.
Hi, good morning, Commissioners. Glad I'm here. Thank you for your time. We have an existing contract with SAI, and they've done a wonderful job so far. That deadline is today. I think primarily due to the time it took to conduct the survey work, that we talked with them, and it was, we needed a few more days. In fact, just to let you know, yesterday we met with that group, and we have received the preliminary plan set. And at this point, what we'll be doing is going through the review process and then firing back any questions we might have in a couple of weeks so that they can begin the finalization process if this extension occurs, of course. And so we're just asking for another 30 days to the end of January, and we would hope that you could accommodate that request.
Thank you.
You bet.
Commissioners, questions or comments, starting with Commissioner Bell?
I am happy to extend and glad that the work is moving forward. And I have heard both from you and from them that everybody feels really good about the project. So I'm glad we're continuing.
And I agree.
As do I. Drove through Barview this week. My husband and I were out driving around, just kind of, enjoying the sunset the other evening, and went into the park and out to the jetty. And that entrance will be very well served with some updates.
I saw some confusion. And I was one of them.
Okay, we did it the right way, Paul. The signage was good.
It was definitely my fault.
We're ready for a motion.
Madam Chair, in consideration of modification number 1 to professional services agreement number 6751 with SAI Design and Build LLC for the Barview Jetty Campground Fee Booths Design and Consulting Project, I move to approve.
I second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, I will call for the vote. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Motion carries. Thank you. Item number 13, consideration of an order in the matter of adjusting certain fees at the Tillamook County campgrounds and day use areas. Dan.
Yes, again, thank you. This is a little unusual, primarily because the Parks Department, with your support, is moving forward with a new reservation platform, which is scheduled now to be implemented on January 2nd, not January 1st as we originally thought. There are certain fees that are now that are not going to be charged to the department directly. The customer is going to have to pick those up, and it's about 6%. So based on that, we felt as a park staff, at least at this point, until we start to really get into the budget process, that it perhaps was not a good time to raise fees in general, because there really are being raised, but on the backside. And so we want to be fair. We know what's happening with state parks. And we're watching that closely, so we're just trying to be careful. But at the same time, as we get into the budget development process, come February, March, and we take a look at the numbers, we may come back to you with some recommended changes for the future. So what we're trying to do with this document and this board action is to put in the half-price second annual pass fee that was obviously neglected this last year, and we want to make sure that we dot our I's and cross our T's. So that's what this is about at this time. I'll be glad to answer any questions you might have.
Thank you. Questions and comments, Commissioner Bell?
I'm happy to do this, and I think that the offering people the option to buy a second pass for half price is terrific. It should improve compliance, and also it provides an opportunity for people to gift a half price pass, which is something I will take advantage of. So I think it's great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I would agree. It's a very popular thing. I'm glad we're doing it in the order now. And yeah, I think it's going to be very popular again.
Yes, I think it has been and will continue to be. I know. My household has 2 passes. Okay, with that, I'm ready for a motion.
Madam Chair, consideration of an order in the matter of adjusting certain fees at Tillamook County campgrounds and day use areas. I move to approve.
I second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, I will call for the vote. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Right?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Commissioners, thank you very much.
Thank you,
Good
Dan.
work. Have a nice day. Appreciate it.
Okay, item 14, consideration of amendment number 2 to grant agreement number 2021-P5 transient lodging tax TLT for destination management with the Tillamook County Fairgrounds for the Fairgrounds Site Power Plan Project. Cami Von Segren, Director of Tillamook County Fair. Good morning, Cami.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. And yes, I too took advantage of those park passes, and my family and extended family are very happy because they all got one in their stocking. So thank you for that. This is pretty quick and easy. This is kind of just wrapping up this agreement that we've had on the books for a few years. This is the West Power project that we brought in the 3-phase power. This will allow us to complete a portion of the lighting plan for both our implement area and I hope the west fields as well. And we'll be able to close this one out and then start on a new phase 2 power plan in the future. So I would ask the commissioners to extend this agreement so we can get it completed.
Thank you. Questions and comments, Commissioner Bell?
My comment is I'm glad that this is moving forward, and somebody just asked me recently for an update on this project, so I'm glad to hear you talking about it, Cami, and I'm glad to support this. Thank you.
Thank you.
I also support this.
As do I. I think we're ready for a motion.
Madam Chair, in consideration of amendment number 2 to grant agreement number 2021-P5 transient lodging tax for destination management with Tillamook County Fairgrounds for the Fairgrounds Site Power Plan Project, I move approval.
I second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, I will call for the vote. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Thank you, Cami.
Great, thank you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Okay, so we have postponed item number 15. Moving on to item 16. Consideration of an intergovernmental agreement number 15561 with the State of Oregon Youth Authority for expunction of juvenile records. Matthew Fennell, Director of the Juvenile Department. Good morning, man.
Good morning. What you've got, I think this may be the second or third renewal of this contract between the counties and the state for reimbursement for the costs of expunging juvenile records. I think it also falls under a recent slate of legislative action on changing the expunction law. They've expanded the offenses that can be expunged, and the waiting period has been reduced also for a large number of kids. And I think, and there's also a lot of automatic expunctions going on too. So, and that has just increased activity for the counties. And I think it's also a part of an acknowledgement that the bulk of the work with justice-involved kids happens at the county level. It's just a small fraction that goes on to the state care. So this is just the biennial renewal of that, and it's timely because the current one expires today.
Okay.
Perfect.
And I think that's about it, unless anybody's got any questions.
Thank you. Questions or comments, Commissioner Bell?
I'm fully supportive.
Perfect.
As am I.
And I am as well. I think we're ready for a motion.
Madam Chair, in consideration of intergovernmental agreement number 15561 with the State of Oregon Youth Authority for expunction of juvenile records, I move to approve.
I second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, I will call for the vote. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Motion carries.
All right.
Thank you.
Happy New Year.
You as well. Thanks for the offer of the donut this morning.
Sure.
He's a great director. He brings his staff.
Go nuts. There you go. Okay, item 17, consideration of amendment number 1 to the ODOT delivered federal project for Doherty Slough, Bloom Lane, Prince Bridge, number 57C36, key number 22657. Chris Laity. Good morning, Chris. We don't hear you. You appear to be muted.
Thank you. Prince Bridge is at the end of Bloom Lane. It is a rail car, the last of the rail cars that we have currently, 12-ton limited bridge. ODOT had applied for and received funds from Federal Highway to do the design. It's not currently funded for construction or right-of-way services in order to buy right-of-way if it's needed. What this amendment does, it basically, there's been some changes at the federal level. And instead of using the catalog of federal domestic assistance, it is now using the assistance listing number that goes with this. It also clarifies agency is not eligible for reimbursement for work performed under this agreement. One of the things that I asked specifically about was in order to build this, they needed to do a temporary bridge. It's like, well, I have a temporary bridge 8 feet long in the yard that might fit it. I asked, can we use that as our match? So federal highway money requires a 10% match. So when you start looking at our current storm events, we really like going federal highway instead of FEMA because FEMA is 25 cents on the dollar. Federal highway is 10 cents on the dollar. So there's some clarifications that go with that. So work that we perform, my time, and with that is not included as part of that. The other thing that's intro is new to this is that we are not considered a subrecipient for this grant. As a subrecipient, we can apply for that. So we do FEMA money. So Office of Emergency Management at the state level applies to FEMA. They are the direct recipient. Counties and cities become subrecipients. At that point, we're eligible for FEMA money to pay for the reimbursement in order to clean up the roads. So there's some kind of nuances in the language that go with that. But I request approval of the amendment number 1.
Thank you. Questions or comments, Commissioner Bell?
I'm fully supportive. Thank you.
I am as well.
As am I. I think we're ready for a motion.
Madam Chair, in consideration of amendment number 01 to the ODOT delivered federal project for Doherty Slough, Bloom Lane, Prince Bridge number 57C36, key number 22657. I'll move approval.
I second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, I will call for the vote. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Motion carries. Thank you, Chris.
Thanks, Chris.
Okay, item 18, consideration of a non-prevailing wage rate contract for construction with P&L Heating and Sheet Metal for the Health Department Main Clinic Waiting Room and South Wing Heat Pump Replacements Project. Kevin Jolly, Facilities Supervisor. Good morning, Kevin.
Good morning, Commissioners. What you have before you for your consideration and approval is the replacement of 2 failed HVAC units at the Health Department, 801 Pacific, that need to be essentially replaced. They reached the end of their lifespan and they stopped working. And the total price of this project is $32,944. And expected completion date is April 8th of 2026.
All right. Thank you. Questions or comments, Commissioner Bell?
None for me. Thank you.
Commissioner?
Culverts and HVAC. We do a lot of it. I have no questions.
Okay, you are correct. With all of the facilities which we are responsible for, there's a lot of HVAC involved.
Yes, there is.
Madam Chair, in consideration of the non-prevailing wage contract for construction with P&L Heating and Sheet Metal for the Health Department Main Clinic Waiting Room and South Wing Heat Pump Replacements Project, I move to approve.
I second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, I will call for the vote. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Okay, item 19 has 2 items, sub A and sub B, and I will read them all as one, and we will take them all together. So number 19 is consideration of revised revised AFSME and AFSME OPSER pay tables for fiscal year 2025-2026 as set forth below. A, Tillamook County Local 2743, AFSME Union Salary Schedule, fiscal year 25-26, effective July 1, 2025. B, Tillamook County Local 2743, AFSME Union Salary Schedule OPSERP, fiscal year 25-26, effective July 1, 2025. And Deborah Jacob, Director of Financial Services, will walk us through this. Good morning, Deborah.
Good morning. So I just read that as you were reading that. These first two tables, they are the result of the AFSCME collective bargaining agreement. And these are meant for retroactive pay back to January 1, 2025. So that July 1, 2025 effective date on the agenda is incorrect. Those go back to January 1.
We talked about that with the header. The header has the July 1 because that's when it was originally adopted, which is different than the effective date. So it's a little misleading.
Okay.
So it's accurate,
Okay, we're
but
good.
confusing.
Okay.
We didn't worry too much about tightening all of that up because these are really temporary tables that are going to completely change in a month.
Right, right. Yes, so these first two added 3 positions. There was an accounting coordinator added to range 15. The GIS position was moved from range 15 to range 17. And there was a third one. Library outreach specialist was also added to range 14 on this table. We have the 2 because OPSERP is separate as it's the 6% above our regular pension plan pay table. So that's what I have for those 2 tables.
Perfect, thank you. And just for clarification for someone who may not have been with us, going through all of the changes we went through with our pension program, we have a county pension program that some of our employees are enrolled in that has been the historical program. And then 2 years ago, I believe in the bargaining, we shifted to PERS for new employees. So that is the second table. So while it appears that the second employees get 6% more, in fact, that 6% is a mandatory pickup that goes directly to the state for PERS. So there are 2 tables to reflect the 2 different pension programs at the state. The historical one, in which many people are still enrolled, and PERS, which is the new one for us.
Correct.
Okay, perfect. Commissioners, questions or comments? Commissioner Bell.
None for me. I'm fully supportive. Thank you.
As am I.
Perfect. I have read it into the record. I think we would take a motion for agenda item 19.
Madam Chair, I move to approve agenda item 19, A and B.
I second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, I will call for the vote. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Motion carries. Okay, now we're going to the Whopper. Number 20. 20 has sub-items A through N, so I will just invite you all to bear with me. So, number 20. Consideration of revised AFSCME, AFSCME Behavioral Health, AFSCME IT, non-represented non-exempt, non-represented exempt, executive service, and health provider pay tables for fiscal year 25-26 as set forth below. A, Tillamook County Local 2743, AFSCME Union Salary Schedule OPSERP, fiscal year 25-26, effective July 1, 2025. B, Tillamook County Local 2743, AFSCME Union Salary Schedule, fiscal year 25-26, effective July 1, 2025. C, Tillamook County Local 2743, AFSCME Union Behavioral Health Salary Schedule, fiscal year 25-26, effective July 1, 2025. D, Tillamook County Local 2743, AFSCME Union Behavioral Health Salary Schedule OPSERP, fiscal year 25-26, effective July 1, 2025. E, Tillamook County Local 2743, AFSCME Union Information Technology Salary Schedule, fiscal year 25-26, effective July 1, 2025. F, Tillamook County Local 2743, AFSCME Union Information Technology Salary Schedule OPSERP, fiscal year 25-26, effective July 1, 2025. G, Tillamook County Non-Represented Non-Exempt Salary Schedule, fiscal year 25-26, effective July 1, 2025. H, Tillamook County Non-Represented Non-Exempt Salary Schedule OPSERP, fiscal year 25-26, effective July 1, 2025. I, Tillamook County non-represented exempt salary schedule fiscal year 25-26, effective July 1, 2025. J, Tillamook County non-represented exempt salary schedule officer fiscal year 25-26, effective July 1, 2025. K, Tillamook County Executive Service monthly salary schedule fiscal year 25-26, effective August 1, 2025. I, Tillamook County Executive Service monthly salary schedule officer fiscal year 25-26, effective August 1, 2025. M, Tillamook County Health Provider salary schedule fiscal year 25-26, effective July 1, 2025. N, Tillamook County Health Provider salary schedule officer fiscal year 25-26, effective July 1, 2025. Deborah. Phew.
You did it. So all of the tables provided in this list have applied a 3% COLA as of July 1, 2025. And that is the update within those. This is the second step of the AFSCME collective bargaining agreement. There will be a third layer that HR is currently in the works on, but this is the 3% COLA applied to July 1, 2025 for the majority of our pay tables.
Thank you. Questions or comments, commissioners? Commissioner Bell.
I just want to thank everyone for all the work involved in the motions that you just read into the record, and I am fully supportive. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I agree.
As do I. This is the detail work that comes after the long, hard work that was done in bargaining. These are the details that allow us to implement what was agreed to in our negotiated bargaining. So I appreciate, again, all of the work as well that goes into getting the details right so everyone's paycheck is correct. So thank you for that.
Madam Chair, I make a motion to approve agenda item number 20A through N.
I second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, I will call for the vote. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you, Deborah.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to take items 21 through 24 together in discussion. So again, I will read those 4 items and then we will vote on them individually, but we'll go ahead and read them all in order to have a cohesive, complete discussion. So item 21, consideration of an order in the matter of appointing a person to fill a vacancy in the position of county treasurer. 22, consideration of an order in the matter of the appointment of a budget officer for Tillamook County for the remainder of fiscal year 25-26. Item 23, consideration of an order in the matter of the appointment of a solid waste service district budget officer for the remainder of fiscal year 25-26. Item 24, consideration of an order in the matter of the appointment of a 4-H and Extension Service District Budget Officer for the remainder of fiscal year 25-26. Rachel Haggerty, Chief Administrative Officer, will walk us through this.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning, Rachel.
This morning, I'm presenting the 4 orders that you read into the record related to the resignation of County Treasurer Sean Blanchard. On December 2nd, I received notice of her resignation with an effective date of January 2nd, 2026. The first board order is for the appointment of a new treasurer under ORS 236-210 sub 1. When a vacancy occurs in the position of county treasurer, the board is required to appoint an individual to perform the statutory treasurer duties until the position is filled at the next election. Deborah Jacob meets all the statutory requirements to be the treasurer, has worked in the treasurer's office for the last 8 years, and currently serves as the director of financial services. If this appointment is approved by the board today, she would be the treasurer effective January 3rd. The subsequent board orders are for the budget officer appointments, which are required under ORS 294331 and are customarily assigned to the treasurer who is serving as the treasurer at that time by the board. And the second order appoints the budget officer for Tillamook County. The third order appoints the budget officer for the Solid Waste Service District. And the last order appoints the budget officer for the 4-H and Extension Service District. And the Board of Commissioners are making these appointments sitting as the governing body for those two districts. If these appointments are approved by the board today, Deborah would be the budget officer for these 3 appointments effective January 3rd and continuing through the fiscal year, unlike the treasurer appointment, through the end of June 26. I want to thank Deborah for her willingness to serve in these roles and thank Sean for her 14 years of dedication to public service, both as an employee and as an elected official. And we appreciate her assistance in supporting a smooth transition this month. Lastly, I wanted to highlight what a critical role the Treasurer's Office is in providing and maintaining the county's financial health, and share that in the coming weeks, as part of this transition, the board will be evaluating the structure of the Treasurer's Office, including its statutory and non-statutory duties, as part of its ongoing work to align county operations with the county's strategic plan. So those 4 orders are ready for your consideration.
Thank you. Questions or comments, commissioners? Commissioner Bell.
Thank you, Rachel, for walking us through this. I would like to echo your thanks to Sean for her longstanding service to the county, and we're grateful. It's much appreciated. The Treasurer's Office is in great shape, and that's thanks in large part to the Treasurer and also to her staff. So I'm grateful for her service, and also grateful that Deb is willing and able to step in and fill the role. So I'm fully supportive of all of these.
I will echo both what Rachel and Commissioner Bell said. And I will just add, I do appreciate her years of service at Tillamook County, Sean's service to Tillamook County, and I wish her the best in the future. And I want to thank Deborah for being willing to step up and take care of this job. So.
Thank you. And I echo the comments of my colleagues. The Treasurer's Office is such a crucial and integral part of everything we do at the county. Knowing where every penny is at every moment is not only a good idea, it's absolutely and completely required in the work that we do. And I want to thank Sean for her years of service and being integral to that piece of work. We have how many contiguous years now, Deborah, of the Award of Excellence? 36 years, for the Award of Excellence for county finances, and that is in large part in the last 14 years. Sean has had her hands deep in that to make sure that that is in fact correct, and I appreciate her. I appreciate her staff, and I look forward to Deborah taking that role for us and making sure that we stay in that same area of focus and maintain that excellence that has been a history for our county and supported by our treasurers historically, and Sean being absolutely key to that. So again, we appreciate her service. We do wish her the best in her next part of her journey as she goes forward. We're sorry she was not able to be with us this morning to be officially recognized. Some people, that is not something they appreciate. So by her choice, she was not with us this morning. So I think we are ready for these motions. I think we need to take them one at a time, if I understand correctly, but can be done by motion, by title or agenda item number, as we have done the previous ones.
Right. So I'm sure I move to approve agenda items number 21 through 24.
Do it that way, Bill, or do we need to have them one by one?
Probably ought to do them one by one.
Okay.
Madam Chair, I move to, in the consideration of the order of matter of appointing a person to fill a vacancy in the position of county treasurer, I move approval. Yes.
I second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I will call for the vote. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Motion carries.
Madam Chair, in consideration of an order in the matter of the appointment of a budget officer for Tillamook County for the remainder of fiscal year 2025 to 2026, I move approval.
I second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I will call for the vote. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Motion carries.
Madam Chair, in consideration of an order in the matter of appointment of a solid waste service district budget officer for the remainder of fiscal year 25 to 26, I move approval.
I second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I will call for the vote. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Motion carries.
Finally, Madam Chair, in consideration of an order in the matter of appointment of a 4-H extension service district budget officer for the remainder of fiscal year 2025 to 2026, I move approval.
I second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I will call for the vote. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Motion carries. Thank you. Okay, item 25, consideration of an order in the matter of the appointment of the chair and vice chair to the Tillamook County Board of Commissioners for 2026. Rachel Haggerty.
We do this at the end of every year. It's customary for the commissioners to rotate the chair and vice chair positions. Last year, we went out of order a little bit. Paul was coming in new, and we were anticipating Erin being the AOC president and didn't want her to have to be commissioner chair and AOC president at the same time. So we are on point to have Paul serve as the chair of the commissioners for 26.
Thank you. Questions or comments, Commissioner Bell?
I look forward to working with Paul, and I'm glad you don't have to do double duty this year as the AOC president and the chair.
Thank you.
I was happy to have you be chair this year, so I could learn a little bit. I won't be as polished probably, but I'm looking forward to this year.
Perfect. Thank you. Well, I appreciate the consideration given by my fellow commissioners to allow me to not be the BOC chair at the same time as the AOC chair. I think that might have been just a little more than I can manage. And Paul, we all look forward to your leadership in the coming year, and I will be delighted to hand you the gavel.
Appreciate that. Thank you. Madam Chair, in consideration of an order in the matter of the appointment of chair and vice chair to the Tillamook County Board of Commissioners 2026, I move to approve.
I second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion?
Oh, did we mention that Mary Faith's going to be my vice chair?
We did not. Is that in?
I'm sorry.
It's in the order as well.
You say that, yes.
I just did.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'm what you then called just the commissioner at large. I have no official duty except that I read every darn motion.
It's in the email.
Right. Wait, I'll wait till the final day. Any further discussion? All right, hearing none, I will call for the vote. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. And I will just say, I really appreciate the rotational structure that Tillamook County uses. You know, we do get the opportunity to talk with and work with commissioners from throughout the state, and not everybody does that. There are those where it is an official vote of the people that chooses the chair, and then there are those where it is a vote among the commissioner themselves to choose the chair, and it raises significant contention in many counties. And so I appreciate that Tillamook County has the practice, which I realize is a practice. We can change it if we wanted, but the practice of the rotating chair, it just gives everybody the opportunity to sit in the hot seat, and as well as to sit in an area where if they choose to take more leadership, that's an availability as the chair to feel like, this is your opportunity. So I just appreciate that we rotated in a congenial fashion in Tillamook County, and do want to recognize that it's not true across the state. So I thank my fellow commissioners for that. Okay, we have done an amazing job, if I do say so. It's only 9:50. Yes, Rachel, please.
I wanted to acknowledge Bill Sargent. This is his last meeting with us again.
Oh.
So you may recall we pulled him out of retirement a few years ago, and he's been serving with us. And this, I think, will be his final meeting. He'll still be around helping us transition to our new full-time county counsel, Brian Lybell, who is starting on Monday. So he will be sitting here, but just wanted to thank Bill once again for your time.
Thanks, commissioners. I appreciate it. I did retire once before. I did retire once before, as you know, but I retired in part because of the workload. And Joel tried to take it on and found that it was more than he could handle, and also had the temerity to have a child in the middle of COVID, which got me started more than I thought I would to begin with. So anyway, I'm happy to continue to serve in that capacity, and I served as the full-time guy for a long time, and I'm confident the new full-time guy will perform admirably with Rachel and Joel working with him. It'll be great. And I'll be around if for some reason, kind of like when I retired last time, I'll get a phone call or two. Bill, you know what happened in 1990? Anyway, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I can't resist. I did bring a prop.
No.
You know what that is?
No.
It's a spotted owl.
Oh.
I used it as a prop in 1991.
Mm-hmm.
And, I was just thinking about you know, how much pressure the environmental community has been putting on the county since then, and the boards that preceded you and you three, I've always admired that you've worked really hard to try to continue the family wage jobs that the logging community and the fishing community provide. And so anyway, that's been one constant, it seems to me, for all those years is, you know, the pressure placed on the woods and the fishing industry. So anyway, thank you for that ability to throw in a little editorial.
Spotted owl, I like that. Yeah.
I'll miss doing the work. I really will. Working with Rachel and everybody down here has been really a great job for any attorney, and I'm sure Mr. Leibel will agree once he gets situated.
Perfect. Thank you. Commissioner Bell, any comments?
Oh, I'd like to echo Rachel's thanks to Bill for your long-standing excellent service. We have really been blessed to have you in this role, and we'll miss you, and we're truly grateful. And I'm excited for your next retirement, and hope that it's joyful and you get to fish as much as you want to.
Thank you, Mary Kay.
Yeah, I'll say the same. And I see you a lot outside of here, so I'm grateful for that you'll still be here in the community.
I make a little extra money on the weekend.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate all the hard work. I remember when we used to work together when you were defense attorney for a while there, and I enjoyed those conversations we had then and now. So
One other, you know, I was thinking, in 1991, I was walking down the street. I'd moved back from Los Angeles to come back here, and Rick Roll, the former judge in private practice at the time, he was the county counsel, and he said, Bill, you know, this is not my bag. Maybe you ought to, you know, think about doing some county council work. So I wandered over here, and Debbie's mom, Ida Lane, was a commissioner at the time, and I said, hey, I'm available to be county council. And he said, great.
Come on, it's yours.
I didn't know it would be 2025 when I was, you know, talking in this room again. But anyway, that was how I came into the job to begin with. Sort of one of those, what is the word,
Serendipitous. Yep.
it's fantastic.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for your service to the county, Bill. Very much appreciated over a very long time period. And you're right, you will still undoubtedly get phone calls. The historical knowledge that you carry is something that we will definitely need to tap into at points, because you just go, no, wait a minute. You know, somebody will know. Bill will know.
I wish I could say, Aaron, that was sometimes,
yeah.
Doesn't come back quite
as quickly as it did. Well, yes. Yeah. Well, thank you for your service, and I echo my colleagues' comments. Go fishing, enjoy yourself, do things with your grandkids, and just enjoy everything that's out there to do. So appreciate your service. Okay. Are there any board concerns today, fellow commissioners? It is our final meeting of the calendar year, and I don't know if there's anything anyone would like to share. Commissioner Bell, any board concerns or comments?
I'd just like to wish everyone a very happy new year.
I will echo that and say I'm looking forward to 2026.
Absolutely. Lots more things lined up and fun things for us to do in 2026. So, all right. Happy New Year to everyone. With that, I will read our announcements. The commissioners will hold a board briefing on Wednesday, December 31st, 2025 at 2 p.m. to discuss weekly commissioner updates. The meeting will be held in the Board of Commissioners Meeting Room 106 at the Tillamook County Courthouse, 201 Laurel Avenue, Tillamook. The teleconference number is 1-971-254-3149. Conference ID 866-914-607#. New Year's Day is an observed holiday for Tillamook County. All county offices in the courthouse will be closed on Thursday, January 1st, 2026. In addition, the Tillamook County Library, administrative offices in the Jail and Justice Facility, Public Works Department, Community Development Department, Surveyor's Office, and the Health and Human Services Department and clinics will be closed. The State Circuit Court located in the county courthouse will also be closed on Thursday, January 1st, 2026. Tillamook County's Elected Official Compensation Board will meet on Tuesday, January 13th, 2026 at 3 p.m. The meeting will be held in the Board of Commissioners Meeting Room 106 at the Tillamook County Courthouse, 201 Laurel Avenue, Tillamook. The teleconference number is 1-971-254-3149, conference ID 866-914-607#. We are going into executive session following this meeting, and we are going in under
ORS 192-660 sub 2 sub E to conduct deliberations with persons designated by the governing body to negotiate real property transactions.
Perfect, thank you. We will recess this meeting at 9:58 a.m.
Bio break? Of course. I'm gonna run upstairs.
I'm gonna let you get up first.
It just needs to be when you state it. You didn't need to do it a second time.
I don't think we, like, let's talk about that, because that's exactly what I think.
Okay, we will return from executive session at 10:49 a.m. and we will adjourn this meeting at 10:49 a.m.